right, my powerful MVP family. So just let me hope that today is a beautiful day for you where you are. I'm just here giving thanks, guys. I tell you, you return home and you it's not like when you lived here years ago. As I told you, I remember the day when one guy came around the back here, was doing the grass, and I just wanted to sit out and watch him work. Just to, and I remembered showing him how to fill up the barrels for me, and he said to me, when I showed him, I was showing him when he says, okay, go back inside and unlock the grill. And that stayed in my head for a minute, and so sometimes, but here this morning we have my friend here. Chris is here. He has the name like my son. And what has happened is that I knew Chris from the Airbnb that we used to come down and stay at. He is the maintenance person down there. And when he came, when he heard I was right here, and he came, he looked, he saw me on the veranda, and he came in and came out there, and he sat, and we talk about his wife, talk about, his, and different things, and it was such a joy. From time to time, he'll just stop by and say, hey, Miss Bev, how are you? And I talked to him about the plants. You all know the story of the plants. Miss Ruby came, and I said to Miss Ruby, put 3 seeds in a pot. She's too funny, though. And Miss Ruby just went to bat and planted so many. But what happened? The seeds came up. There were too many. And Farmer Girl needed to take some, but she has no time. But Chris came by, and I said, Chris, what do I do? And guys, if you look right here, this morning he came to put sticks in for me. You see that? He transplanted the tomatoes. Mind you, I'm not a farmer. My husband did the farming. But Chris came, and between these plants, he transferred. I didn't know you had to bring the soil with the plant. But he came and did it for me, guys. So we have cucumber plants transplanted. He took up the soil with it, he planted them, he watered them, and from time to time he comes back and visit. So that's the tomato right there. This morning, look what he did. He brought sticks for the tomato plants, and I am thinking to put the cucumbers as well on, so instead of them running on the grass, they could kind of go up a little on the stick. And look at that, he cut them, he brought them for me, he promised, and he fulfilled that promise, guys. So he comes and he waters them for me, and he's here this morning again. He brought the sticks so we can, and he's there just working on the plants, just working on them. So guys, you know what, in life, yeah, we know Jamaica has its issues, and it's not easy, but you still find people are living, people are living, they're doing what they have to do, and it's just how it works. They know I'm not rich, I don't have anything, so they're not gonna bother me. So I'm so thankful. He came this morning. I'm cleaning up right now, but he came and he brought the sticks. I said, let me come out and just capture him setting up, making sure the plants get enough water, and make sure they get the sticks so that they can, I just don't want any issues. Protect his privacy. Are we gonna take some of the pots, Chris? I wish you could bring that pot down here for me, Chris. Switch the place with that one with the mulch in there. The one at your next on your left. The one. No, the one on your left. Are there no more sticks for it? Are you going to take some? I can't see it, Chris. You're going to take that one? I can't see it though, Chris. Chris, could you switch it with that plant, with that, the empty bucket? There you go. Yeah. There you have it, guys. That one is so... I'm cleaning, so I didn't unlock the gate, guys. I'm inside doing the quick and fast. Look at that, guys. Miss Ruby, you should be proud. Miss Ruby, we have been watering, and Chris has come in and watered for me and transplanted. We wanted them in the front so they would have gotten some sunlight. Because under the banana tree section, those under the banana tree still working nicely. They come up nice, they're coming? Nice. I think we did the wrong thing when we planted before. So guys, if you come home and you might not have land space to do your planting, this is not my space. If it was my space, I would have cut off quite a little section in the back here and just have real soil to dig up and plant the plants in. But I have to be careful and I have to be respectful. So I don't want to turn lawn grass into farming land. So she did show me where I could plant stuff and I have to follow, so we choose pots. So Chris is gonna take away some with him so that they will have space where he can plant them and they can be successful. Thank you so much, Chris. Absolutely appreciate you. Guys, this is Wednesday blessings, you know. Look at this, people. In life, just treat people good, you know. In life, just treat people good. You know, I came home and I met... From time, you know, this person was across the street. He maintains and was a house sitter for the house across the street. The house got rented, so people are there. But he comes down and he maintains the grass and never comes in and not say hello. I don't know if you guys remember when I did the shirts for him. Because you have neighbors with bananas in the yard. My neighbor have bananas. His bananas were big and ready, and he gave them permission to cut it. When they cut it, guys, Miss Bev got her hand up from the banana. They are respectful to me. They reach, good morning, you know, how is everything? And even former girl, Shelly Ann, he's the one who introduced me to the truck. He says, you know, Miss Bev, you're here, and there's a lady who comes around and sells stuff. So if you want your vegetables and food stuff, your farming stuff, she comes around. First time Shelly Ann comes, he calls me, so here she is. And from that day, Shelly Ann and I, you know, the respect just blossomed. Today he goes to St. Mary, he lives in St. Mary. But look at this, guys, he came today. He'll come down to maintain the yards. And if he needs some water, he'll come. He said, Miss Bev, can I get some water? I never said no. I never, you know, I always. And look at my blessing this day. I didn't expect it. But look at them two big old breadfruit here, guys. Big, huge. You know how much I'd have to pay for one of these? Because they weigh them now to sell you. Breadfruit is not like, oh, $5 for breadfruit. It's weighed. These huge breadfruit would have cost me a pretty penny. Look at this piece of yam. I'm not a lover of white yam, but I'll see. You know, it's a gift, so I'm going to enjoy it. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So let me tell you something. I always said this, you know. Blessings is not just when people give you money, it's a blessing, you know. Look at this. When I buy them from Shelly Ann's truck, I pay per pound for breadfruit. I couldn't buy one of these and nothing under maybe $1,000 because I forgot how much per pound they are. But look at that big breadfruit, guys. So for me, I learned to give thanks. I learn to appreciate when people think of me and stretch their hand to me. And as I said, this is how people get their blessings. So you don't stand in anybody's blessing. They offer you something, God bless you. God bless you. Chris came this morning, God bless you, son. Because he didn't have to come. The plants are getting bigger. He came, I didn't know how to transplant. I thought you just pull them out the pan, and because Donnie usually set them in cups, little cups. He would set the seeds, and then he cuts the cup and put it in the soil, in the earth, in the ground. So I wasn't even thinking like that. We just put them in a big flower pot, thinking that when they grow up, they just stay in there. But he came and he made space, transferred some of the soil, planted them. Yesterday he came, he emptied one container with the soil, and he nourished, he put like a molding around the plants. And they're flourishing. Tomato, pepper, cucumbers. So you'll see videos, guys, when they start blossoming and doing their stuff. And today I just wanted to show you that Jamaica has a lot of killing, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of problems. But I give God thanks that I knew Chris from, I used to come to the other Airbnb. We've seen him time and time. We sat, we talked. He subscribed to the channel. He knows my kids. He got married. His wife will be going to America soon. But just to see, he stopped by to say hello. And I said, Chris, I need them to look at them for me, please. And he was willing to just check them out. I said, Miss Bev, I'm going to help you with them. I said, I need sticks, right? Don't I need sticks of the tomato when they get older to tie them on? So he said, yeah, I'll bring them tomorrow. And sure enough, I'm here cleaning up, washing up dishes and stuff. I heard him call outside. I looked, and I didn't look at the camera. I just looked out. I heard his voice, so I knew it was him. And he came with, I said, you came with the sticks? I said, yes, Miss Bev. I'm going to go in the back now and fix them. And I said, let me grab the camera and just, let you see that there's people with good hearts, and we just have to pray to God that he put the right people among us and keep moving. So that's a part of my blessing today, guys. Apart from waking up this morning, being able to walk around, being able to get Kayla ready for school, fix her breakfast, fix her snack box. Today they need fruits and water, whichever day. Usually she gets her fruits and her chips and her juice. And I'm just thankful to God. And these are just more blessings piling on. So guys, there you have it. I'm going to have to roast the breadfruit. And now he told me, Elvis, who brought the breadfruit and the yam, he says, I see how you roast your breadfruit on the stove, but if you wrap it in foil paper, then it doesn't burn like that, and it doesn't mess the stove up. So I said, okay, Elvis, so I'm going to have to roast these two and to slice them up and freeze them until I'm ready for them, so I can use them little by little for Kayla and myself. So guys, listen to me. God is a good God. You hear me? God is a good God. These are not hundreds or thousands of Jamaican dollars, but for me, it's worth more than that. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. God bless. Your wilderness, your wilderness. Lead me true. God will take you through your wilderness. Your wilderness, your wilderness. Blessings, 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 my powerful MVP family. Blessings and welcome back to yet another video. This is your girl, Miss Bev. Today I'm a returning resident, giving thanks for just, you will, as you watch the video, talk about my 2 breadfruits that I received this morning, and I will show you the garden, the cucumbers, The tomatoes, they're all growing nicely, and Chris, who came with the sticks for me to make sure they have something to climb on to support them. So I'm just sitting here with a thankful heart. And let me just tell you about gratitude. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. When we find a way to be thankful, no matter how small it is, all of a sudden it is just so satisfying, and it is all of a sudden it's more than enough. The more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. Absolutely. When Mr. Elvis came up this morning, he just came down from St. Mary. And when he comes, because the house he was house sitting in, it's rented, so he has to come down, maintain, and then go back to St. Mary. So they came yesterday, they cut the grass. And of course, I saw them out there. He had another guy on a truck with him, and they had a lawnmower. So they cut the grass, and I was sitting on the veranda for a moment, and then when they started cutting, I came in, but I have the mesh open, the doors open, so I could see out, and I could hear the noise. So I didn't do a video that time. But the sun is hot, and I said, when he finished, he came over for something, to tell me he was leaving. And I said, you need water? And he says, yes. And I gave them water. And from time to time when he comes, that's all I do. I have enough water and know it's hot out there. And as I said, we don't have like shady trees here in these communities. The trees are mowed down to build the houses. So it's more, hardly trees. You have palms blowing, but not shade trees. And even when I came in the beginning, and when they cut the banana from my neighbor next door, he made sure that Miss Bev got some of that banana, which I used to make my porridge. So this is what, guys, you come home and it's a new space, a new community, you don't know anyone, but you see how people try to include you in the community. And for that, I'm grateful. When I leave here and I want to come back, whenever I want to come back, or if I stay here, I have a couple, there are a couple of people that, that you can see them and call out to them. As I said later on, I explained it, that it was him across the street that introduced me to the mobile market. So now I don't have to get a ride to go to the big market, and it's huge. But it comes right here to me with more choices. So when you gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. So I'm filled with gratitude, and this is what I'm saying to you guys. Whatever people don't have to, in life you go and you live and you do and you give and if we should sit and wait for something, you'd die for hunger. You would die for hunger. You'd die for thirst if you think that because you did for others, they're going to run and come do for you. It's these people. Yesterday I spoke to Chris. Oops. And today he promised last night, not night, but about 5 o'clock. We closed the door at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Because these mosquitoes, even though I have the mesh, when I open the back, like they're waiting, they're lining up to just come in. And they bite hard. When they're little, you can hardly see them. Like, you have to look to see them flying up off your foot. They bite. I have scratches that really leave marks because I dig into it so hard. And I have easy off. Is it easy off? Bug off? Whatever those things are, I have them. But they do no earthly good. The best thing for me is my zapper. And I have to keep it charged up. Because when it's not fully charged, it doesn't slap them hard. It doesn't catch them. But mosquitoes are mosquitoes. So I have to be thankful. Chris came with the sticks. So now as the plants, he mulched them around yesterday, put more of the dirt, the good dirt that we bought around them, And guys, and they're blossom, they're blooming, they're thriving, and I'm happy. So I just wanted to talk a little about gratitude. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. We always have to be grateful. They come in here, they don't have to bring me anything. They don't. But do I appreciate it? Absolutely appreciate it. If it was money, I would say, no, 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 I don't care for money like that. No. But just to see them come, he lugged that heavy bag from St. Mary, took public transportation, and brought the 2 big breadfruit. Of course I'm grateful. Because gratitude is a sign of noble souls. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Yeah, because when you feel good inside, then it shows on the outside. If you sat here and felt a little alone, and all of a sudden somebody calls your name, or you look and you see somebody coming up on the camera, and you get up, you say good morning, and they handing you a bag, and like, a bag for me? Yes, Miss Bev, I brought you something. You open it up and it's 2 big old breadfruit. That's like 4 nights dinner with different little salting, The roof of joy is gratefulness. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all other virtues. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, I tell you. A house into a home, a stranger into a friend. That's what gratitude does. A lot of times, the other day, the mobile market, Shelly-Ann was here, and her husband called and asked if I could let him in. He asked her where she was, and she told him she was here. I was buying my stuff. And he says he's at the gate, but they're not letting him in, if I could let him in. So I called. I love them for that, the security people. So I called security and asked. I told them, yes, it's okay to send him down. And when he came, he started helping her, like with the watermelon. He cut it up for her and put them in the poly bags. He picked up she did my coconut, chopped them, and give me the water. And still, I don't know if it's good, because we had the pulp in this. We had some of the jelly in it. So refreshingly good. And you should see how he grabbed the heavy bag with the hooks and stuff and just brought it down to his vehicle. And I was saying to her, I said, I hope you say thank you. And she said, yes, Miss Bev, I said thank you. I'm really thankful for the help he gives me, because my back is tired now. And so I said, gratitude, it encourages others, when you learn to say thank you, it makes people's heart feel good. And this is why they want to do more for you. Or, it is a good thing. When we're grateful, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, talking about that, I'm just saying, guys, wherever you are today, I pray that God will guide you, that God will provide for you, and that you will always remember to say, thank you, Lord, that every morning that you rise up, that you are remembering to say, to think of what privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Then make that day count. Just wake up in a good place. Wake up with that positive, grateful heart. To those around you, and to God who provides it for us. So that's what I'm going to say, because I am grateful today for the blessings that God has sent my way. Sister Girl Miss Bev, thanks to all of you. Yes, I am grateful to all of you who are new to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just know that I appreciate all of you, and I thank you for subscribing. I see the new subscribers we got. I think we probably got over 60 for this from the end of last week to now. We got quite a few. We were at 15,300 and something. Now we're at 437 or something, 15,047. So I thank God for every gain, and whether it's one, whether it's 100, whether it's 1,000, I give God the glory as we continue to grow together. And I continue to be thankful to all of you who leave your comments, who appreciate something I said. And so we continue onward and upward. Take care of yourselves. If you can't be good, be careful. But walk good, do good, live good. And again, Christopher, here we go.